Hello and welcome back to Let's Play GTA 3. This episode we're going to continue on with the missions for El Burrito. So we'll drive down to his payphone in Hepburn Heights. It's just down the road here. And we'll get this shit started.
Some insolent triad stole my beautiful car last night, wrecked it and left it burning. Some of my most precious donkey memorabilia was in the trunk. Real collectibles that are irreplaceable, my friend. I've hidden a throbbing weapon on the edge of Chinatown. Take it and teach these triad vandals to fear El Burro's well-endowed wrath. Arriba!
Well, it seems like the burrito has a bone to pick with the triad, so we'll indulge him in that and head over to Chinatown and see what we can do about acquiring this weapon he's left for us. Now, El Burrito's missions can be taken at any time. They are optional, not required to complete the story. However, his missions will become significantly harder past a certain point in the game, so you'll want to get them completed as quickly as possible. And that will save you a lot of trouble down the road. So it seems he's left a flamethrower for us. And this is a really, it's a really pointless mission. It's completed in the same sort of fashion as a rampage. So you just got to run about killing 25 triads in 2.5 minutes. It's really easy, and I don't really understand the point. Because you're using the flamethrower, people actually run away when you use it because they're scared of fire. Very instinctual people in this game. And as such, the triads actually won't attack you because they're too busy running away from the flamethrower. So it's a really hard mission to fail. You don't seem to be able to get a wanted level while doing it. You've got infinite ammo, and you have so much time that it's not even an issue. So I don't get the point. It really is easy as piss. And while that is good that it won't test us very much, and we won't die enough to do it over and over and over again, the downside is that it's boring, and well, luckily it's pretty quick, so we've nearly got it finished here. One puff from the flamethrower is enough to put out anyone, well, so to speak. And we'll just kill them like this, and you may notice that they are now attacking us. So, oh fuck. Oh, fuck you, buddy. So, yeah, they're now attacking us because that mission will trigger the triad hate. So, every gang in this game has a certain level of hate that can be triggered and is irreversible. It's usually triggered by doing certain missions in the game. The triads actually have 2 hate triggering missions, and we completed one of them. The other one isn't till later. Not that it matters now, because once they hate you, they will never like you ever again.
A thieving opportunist has stolen a van of my latest publication hot off the press. But that spanked-up idiot has left the rear doors open, and now my beautifully produced, tastefully photographed adult literature is being dropped all over Liberty. Take the van and follow that trail of Donkey Does Dallas volumes 1, 2, and 3, collecting it as you go. When you follow the trail to that thieving spankhead, waste him. Then deliver my Donkey Derby to Triple X Max in the red light district.
Before that, however, we are going to be using a new vehicle for this mission. So, because the mission will trigger straight away when we get in it, I'll edit in the vehicle showcase now. The Rumpo is the best van in GTA 3. It's a lot more solid than the Pony, it's got a good top speed, it has good handling, and it also doesn't roll over quite as easily as the Pony. So, for all intents and purposes, it is the only van you are going to need, unless you are given another one by way of mission, or if it's just a necessity that you need a vehicle stat and all you can find is a Pony. But we're not here to talk about the Pony today, we're here to talk about the Rumpo. And there's not much that can be said about it. It's just a decent vehicle. There's nothing more that can be said. It's your basic boring old van that handles pretty well and has average stats all across the board. So there's not a whole lot wrong with it, but there's also not a whole lot right with it.
You feel like chill?
Okay, so this mission can be a little difficult, but if you know your way around the streets, it's pretty easy. However, the magazine piles that you're collecting here don't appear on the radar, so you'll have to make a few assumptions on which way the magazines are actually dropping down the street. But of course, you can play it the first time, and then when you fail, you'll have memorized the locations of all the packages, so you'll be able to do it easily next time. Now, each one you pick up will add 1 second to your timer, and it's not actually necessary for you to pick up every single one. So long as you have time left at the end of the mission, you'll complete it no matter how many you've actually picked up on the way. So you just want to stick to the roads, make sure you don't go too far off-road because it's very easy to roll over or smash into something, and that will waste your time, and you only have 20 seconds to begin with. So unless you're really quick at collecting them in succession, you're going to be running out of time quite quickly. So you don't want to delay too much. And it's also wise to pick which magazines will be tactically good to actually skip, because it's often best if the magazines are in such a location that it will take more than a second to actually get to it, then it's not worth your time. So you can just skip it and move on to the next one. Now, easy as hell, we just need to drive this back, so I'll probably edit you back in here. Alright, we are just entering the magazine store now, so we'll park it around the back. And this is another completed mission. Too easy. Okay, and you'll notice, if you are of the observant persuasion, that the phone icon has now disappeared completely. So, El Burrito's missions are finished. Now, you can repeat Turismo, the race mission, over and over again if you like, but there's no real point to that unless you want to beat your high score. So, I'll see you back in a second for the next mission. It's going to be for Joey Leone. Welcome back. We are starting the next mission. This will be the last one of the day.
Yeah, no, Tony, I've tuned her real sweet. She purrs, you know what I mean? Oh, here's the guy I was telling you about. All right, listen, this guy, he ain't Italian and he's no mechanic, but he could get things fixed. This is Pop's capo, Tony Cipriani.
Yeah, I'm Tony Cipriani.
Take him to Mama's restaurant at St. Mark's, all right? Now listen to me. I'm planning a job that needs a good driver, so drop by sometime later, okay?
The Mafia Sentinel is the best gang car in GTA 3. It's obviously based on the regular Sentinel car, but it has more of a boxy kind of look, and always comes in grey with a grille on the back window. It's driven, obviously, as well by the Mafia, and they only appear on Portland Island, so they're the only locations that you're actually going to find a Mafia Sentinel. There's a few parked around the place, but you'll also find it driving around the streets in St. Mark's as well. It has great handling, excellent top speed, and a good bit of endurance as well, and is perfectly suited for the insane stunts and the sort of getaway driving and racing that you're going to be doing on Portland when sports cars are relatively scarce.
Okay, kid, drive me to the laundry in Chinatown first. I got a bit of business to take care of. Those washerwomen ain't been paying their protection money. And watch the car, Joey just fixed this junk heap. So no fancy crap, okay?
So, Tony Cipriani here, who was the lead protagonist in Liberty City Stories, is voiced here by Michael Madsen, doing his worst impression of a tough guy ever. Like, I'm Tony Cipriani. It's like the worst impression I've ever heard, but it gets the job done, I guess.
Wait here. Keep the engine running. This ain't a social call.
Getting up all in my face. Okay. Getting up all in my face. My money, no problem.
It's a triad ambush. Get us out of here, kid.
Yes, I am in full agreement with you, Tony, so let's go. And you'll see that Mr. Wong's laundrette there is one of the only stores in the game that's actually, like, got an interior. And most interiors in this game are actually inside the buildings that they appear in, so that differs from what you may experience with, like, how San Andreas or Vice City did things by taking you to a different void.
The triads think they can mess with me. The triads. With me. Drop by later and we'll give them something to launder. Their own blood-stained clothes.
Man, he sure takes his time getting up into his fucking cafe, but what do we got here? The Uzi is now in stock at Ammunition. Well, that's not going to do us much good, because we've already picked up 20 hidden packages. But you'll notice on the map that we now have a new mission giver, so perhaps next episode we'll get to doing some missions for Tony, but until then, I'll drive like shit, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.